This is Sports Betting Spotlight for the Las Vegas Review-Journal from the Golden Nugget in downtown Las Vegas. The spotlight today in our NFL preview series is on the Seattle Seahawks. 10-6 last season. They had plenty of issues, but I think a lot of us, or most of us here at the table, feel like the Seahawks are going to bounce back. And the window has not closed on Pete Carroll and this team yet, and they're still Super Bowl contenders.
Ton of talent there. They've got to, number one, I think they've got to be intense from week one. The Seahawks the last couple of years have kind of sat back early and have had to, well, they've boxed themselves in a position where they've had to make a run just to get in the playoffs. This team needs to get serious from day one in training camp this year. And I'm really interested to watch them in their exhibition games to see if there's a little fire or if they have that complacent look to them, which could lead to trouble once the regular season starts.
Pete Carroll's always got the fire. He's like a high school cheerleader on the sidelines, ageless it seems. But Tony, the issues with this team, who replaces Marshawn Lynch at running back? Jimmy Graham returning from a patellar tendon injury. That's really a serious injury, not going to be easy for him to come back from. And he wasn't a big part of the offense even before he was injured last season.
Right, he was hurt a lot last year. But, you know, Jimmy Graham is back, and I think he's pretty healthy from what I hear and read. Thomas Rawls, I'm just not sure about. Losing Marshawn Lynch is kind of big. But we'll see how they do. Russell Wilson runs the ball. He's the best running quarterback in the league, I think. And, hey, what can you say about their defense? It's number one in the league. Only gave up 17 points a game last year. So Seahawks are going to be very, very competitive. And I think it's the best battle as far as division leaders in the NFL with them and the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, it's a pretty good division at the top, especially Seahawks win total is 10.5. Have you seen much public play on this?
I'm getting a lot of play on the Seahawks over their season wins, and I'm getting a lot of play on them to win the Super Bowl. The public thinks the Seahawks are back and contend for the Super Bowl title this year, and so do I.
All right, Seahawks 7-1 odds to win the Super Bowl here at the Nugget. Your bold prediction for this team is you feel like they can win the NFC.
I think they can win the NFC and definitely get to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to be easily one of the top three teams in the NFC to beat.
Dave, why do some people still want to knock Russell Wilson? 34 touchdown passes, 8 picks, passed for over 4,000 yards last year. Like you just mentioned, one of the best running quarterbacks, if not the best in the league. But some people still don't want to give him
I think
kid
it's
credit.
strictly personality.
Yeah.
Some people don't like his personality, and therefore they'll try and look for things to knock on the guy. I used to hear that about Brady. Yeah, right. Okay. Russell Wilson's really good. I'm not saying he's Brady, but this guy's a really good quarterback. He keeps getting better as he matures in terms of his leadership. There's not a lot not to like on this football team. Tony had mentioned the Legion of Boom is still outstanding. The offense has got to do better. I think it will. Graham's probably going to take a while to get back to speed. I mean, that's a terrible injury he's coming off, so I wouldn't look for much early from him, but I think he'll get better as the season goes along. To me, it's a Super Bowl or bust season for Seattle. And I'm not picking them necessarily to get to the Super Bowl, but I think their mentality going in has to be Super Bowl or bust.
Defense carries the team for sure.
Who do you like better in the division, Arizona or
Seattle? I like Seattle. I think Carson Palmer is a candidate to go backwards this year. I know people are betting the daylights out of Arizona, and they're very high on them. We'll see what happens come playoff time. That was a sorry playoff performance. And I don't know that it's going to get any better for Carson.
That was as bad as it gets. All right, for Tony Miller and Dave Cokin, that's a sports betting spotlight from the Golden Nugget on the Seattle Seahawks.